It's good morning from Whilton Mill. It's round 8 of the club championship today. It's a double header weekend, and I'm here with Enzo Motorsport, Crown Windows Enzo Motorsport, here with pretty much the full team in place. Just give us an idea of how Enzo Motorsport's been doing with Crown Windows the last couple of weeks, last couple of events.
Yeah, we've been doing really well. We had the Super Prix, which we had our first one off. We rocked up on Friday and ended up winning our X30 Senior CSP.
Yeah, well, we're proud massively of that. Super Prix winner, that's down at the Shennington circuit, which is an awesome track. We haven't been there with the cameras or anything, but that is actually on Motors TV on the telly in August. We'll post loads of links to how you can watch that. But you seem sort of almost semi-surprised about the fact that we managed to rock up there as a team and do the business on that first weekend.
I mean, providing we rocked up on the Friday, we didn't really know the circuit. The kart on the circuit we didn't know, so we had to dial the kart in. We were pretty much trying to catch up all the time. We eventually screwed the kart. It weren't the fastest kart there, but Piers done his bit in the final and managed to extract a win for us.
Anytime you come into the pits or the paddock area of Enzo Motorsport, it's always a hive of activity, plenty going on. This is Piers Prior's kart, the X30 Senior. That's going to be due out for its second heat in a little while. There were problems in the first heat. We'll perhaps talk a little bit more about that a little bit later on. But here's Kyle Dunford's kart. That's come back after the second heat of the day. One more heat to go then today. Looking forward to that. You got, I guess, because we better explain to people, because you're a novice, your very first season. That means the novices all start behind the more experienced drivers. A couple of hours then to wait. Now is it before your next heat out on track?
Just making some adjustments, so should be ready.
There's the man with the Crown Windows jacket on there. That's Enzo just making said adjustments. Happy with that? The first couple of heats this morning, X30 Mini.
It's very spot on. Just making a few more changes to the kart. Try and get a little bit more grip. We've cheated in the way that we haven't given him new tyres. Most of the other guys on the grid have had new tyres. We're just trying to induce a bit more grip from the old tyres and hopefully bring him back up into the pack. I put him at probably a top 5 in that last session. Got a little bit of a bad start, which put him on the back foot really. If he hadn't got a bad start, I think he would have been chasing big pack. Yeah, I'm quite happy with his performance.
Just follow the team down to the dummy grid. It's Kyle Dunford's next race, and absolutely right on cue. There was a little race stoppage in the previous Honda race, which has just finished, and the heavens have literally opened while we're waiting on the dummy grid. The kart's set up pretty much for dry conditions, so it's a case of the team getting the wet tyres on as quickly as they can. There's limited changes that can be made to the setup down here on the dummy grid, but I've got a feeling Carl might fancy this because he went really well in these similar wet conditions yesterday. So Carl's now made his way onto the dummy grid proper. The engines will be started in a couple of minutes, and blue skies over there, doesn't look too bad. Horrible black clouds just above the circuit. Now, this isn't ideal for a racing driver's preparation. Any racing drivers, whether it's karting, touring cars, Formula One, if this happens, you've got a mentality it's going to be a dry race and then heavens open and then the heavens sort of close again. I've got the Kyle Dunford Supporters Club with me on the balcony here. We were just saying off camera, Kyle's really good in this sort of conditions where it all changes, and he seems to adapt to it really well.
It's a mental. In his mind, he races better because he loves to drift. It's just solely in his head. He hasn't got it in his head on the dry bit yet, because there is a hell of a difference with his driving. But his standard in the wet is that he's a drifter. Too many Fast and Furious films, I think. But
it's either Fast and Furious, whether it's that, and we've seen some of the results that he's had over at the Daytona karting centres, where of course you're given your car, you're given your dry tyres, and you get out there and make the absolute best of it. And so that's perhaps why he's so good when this happens, and it's down it comes again now.
You'll see a smile come straight on his face the minute a rain cloud comes anywhere near him. He loves it, absolutely loves it. And he does prove it. He does make the track.
Looking forward to seeing how he gets on here. We discussed it with Kyle a little bit earlier. Because he's got that novice plate, that means that rather than most MSA races you get a start at the back and halfway up and up the front, he's at the back for all of these, so I guess it's the only way is up as far as this goes.
He's quite happy with it though. He's not like, oh well, I'm always up the back. He knows he's got to work his way up. But yeah, his mindset's great. You know, he's in there. He loves Enzo to bits.
And we've got a spinner look on the warm-up lap there, which is not surprising considering that these guys have been in the dry all day.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, definitely catch a few around. But then if all of them just calm down a bit, they know what they're supposed to be doing. The cars are obviously, some of them we're at a disadvantage. It's not 100% set up for the wet because we've just changed the tyres literally. We haven't set the whole car up. So he's going to have to work with the car and see what he can get out of it. So yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, let's see. This is going to be, I think they'll be taking the start this time. Good luck, Kyle. Let's see how we get on. Back to the pits after that, another action-packed race in the X30 Minis. We mentioned this lad here, Kyle Dunford. The Drift King is his new nickname after that.
Looks really good.
It looks spectacular. It looks spectacular,
really
yeah.
Look good, yeah. He done really well, I think. We had half a setup, as we said, wet tyres, dry setup on the chassis. He kept it on the island, and you know what? There's a couple of guys that had their bumpers knocked down, which gained him a couple more positions.
Yeah, we were watching on the live stream all sorts of, and it is tough when, from a driver's mentality, when those conditions change. On the dummy grid, you go from a dry mentality, a dry setup, to raining and then maybe not raining. So I guess it's all down to the driver to make sure that you at least keep it on the island. Just going to make our way over to this part of the paddock. Honda Cadet number 91. Sam Cole, another one of our young prodigy drivers here at Enzo Motorsport. Come to you first, Dad. Matt.
Hello.
Back at Whilton Mill, we caught up here, what, 2 or 3 rounds ago. Just give us a bit of an idea of how young Sam's been getting on the last couple of months with his development.
He's done really well. He's got more confidence with his overtaking. More presence on track. Still a slight battle with the nerves that he had, but overall we're making progress. So he's done really well, and I'm very proud.
Sam, first of all, well done. We didn't get a chance to speak to you last week at the IKR, but back here at Whilton Mill, have you enjoyed it the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's been tiring. Very tiring.
Always tiring being a racing driver, but yesterday it was wet weather. Do you enjoy karting in the wet, or do you prefer the dry weather like the rest of us?
I prefer the dry, but I do quite like the wet.
And you got an okay. Now give us an idea of how it's going for you so far today.
It's going okay. I've had 25th and 21st.
Which in this company is really, really good going. You've got another couple of races coming up. Are you looking forward to those? Brilliant. Well, we're going to let you and Dad get the cart ready. Remember, so what is the rule? Just remind us of the number one golden rule. If you don't clean the cart up,
You don't clean the cart, you don't race. You don't make progress. You sell the child, you sell the cart, you sell his helmet.
that was the secret golden rule, but we'll write that one down as well.
The number one golden rule, absolutely, is that he comes off smiling. It's going to be fun. Golden rule number 1.
And so say all of us. Thanks for that, Matt. And we'll catch up with you after Superstar Sam's had his last heat this afternoon. So far today in the Enzo Motorsport pit, been able to catch up with all of our drivers with one exception, and that is Piers Prior, Senior X30. Piers, first of all, good to see you. It's been a little while. A couple of mixed results in the various different series, but for Crown Windows and Enzo Motorsport, some really, really good news last weekend. Bring us up to date with that.
Last weekend we were at the Shellington Super Prix. It's sort of an annual event they run. It's a special one-off event with the prize being if you win the round you get to run the SP plate at all their club championships and all their events. Weekend started off okay. In the first couple of heats we were a little bit off the pace, but we sort of managed to get some good results. The grid wasn't massive, unfortunately. I think it was about eight of us. It was a quality grid though. We managed to work our way, find the setup on the car. We've never been there before as a team with this car, so we were learning as we went. And in the final we just had enough pace in the car to keep with the leaders, and luckily they tangled and left us in the prime position to take the win, which we did. So we are Super Prix champions.
Yeah, let's have a look at that ball. We can't get enough of that.
Super Prix champions.
Worth reminding those people watching, it was recorded for television as well. I think Motors TV had some cameras there, and that'll be on, I think, second week of August, something like that. So we'll post all the links.
Yeah, it'll be out very soon. You'll be able to watch the race. It was a good race, so well worth watching.
Now back to
Whilton Mill.
yeah, but matters in hand for this weekend. It's the summertime double header. So first of all, yesterday, nasty weather conditions. Nasty in the fact it was raining and it was changeable as well. How did we get on yesterday?
Yesterday was not so good. It pretty much almost, first heat was okay, we finished fourth, second, third finished fourth, so thereabouts. Second heat, one of the inside someone driver tended on me and ended up on the grass losing a lot of time, so finished somewhere near the back. And the third heat got similar to, oh no, that was the third heat. Second heat that I got pushed on. Second heat, I ended up made a mistake and ended up on the grass. So grassy heats, and then the final was very, very wet. Full wet setup, full wets and everything. We didn't really, first time we've driven the car on the wets, first time we've used these wets, first time I've driven the car on the wet, first time I've driven on those wet tyres as well. We make a guess at the setup and got it slightly wrong. Still salvaged, started in 10th, salvaged 7th place I think in the end. Only unfortunately to then after the race be excluded for having the wrong airbox cover, which we didn't even know was the wrong one. So yeah, not a good day. We were looking forward to this double header round because last month we had good pace, finished second in between the two championship leading carts. So we thought we'd be in a good position to maybe take the win or be up there. There's a lot of strong drivers this month, but we just seemed to, in one of the incidents yesterday, have bent the cart, so it's not quite on the pace and struggling a bit in general, really.
I suppose karting is all about momentum, not only out on track, but in terms of the success and getting the car set up right. And it's a case for this team and for yourself just to get a bit of that winning momentum back.
Exactly, yeah. We had some good luck at Shellington last weekend, and it seems like we've used up all our luck in one day on the Sunday last weekend, and now it's come back to haunt us yesterday with obviously the offs in the heats and then the exclusion in the final, and then this morning we just seem to be struggling for pace. We're trying to find it. We'll get there, I'm sure, eventually. Hopefully it'll be all good for the final.
Looking forward to that final. Of course, we've posted on the Facebook. We got the Alpha timing, not just the live timing, but the live coverage in terms of people can see it with pictures as well. So, looking forward to getting back out there.
Yeah, definitely, very much so. I'm hoping we've made the changes we made. It will help the car, and if it has, then I'll be fighting. And if there's any chance of a good result or a win, then I'll take it.
Definitely the man to take it. Piers, great to catch up with you. We'll let you get the race suit back on. Hopefully not the wetsuit. Hopefully just the race suit, because again, great British summer, and it does look a little bit changeable out there. So we'll see if the work done on that wet setup yesterday is going to bear fruit later on. Let's go, baby, says the team manager. This is Sam on his way for. This would be is this the rearranged second heat or the third heat of where we are?
Rearranged third, yeah. Hopefully no more what we saw. It's not very nice to see. We had one lad on his lid. But this is motorsport, I suppose. Pitfalls and the high and the lows, I suppose.
Now,
if you do motorsport.
in all seriousness, just to drag you back, boys, to the racing for a minute, it's the heavens as usual. Every time I come to the dummy grid, the heavens open. Matt, Sam in the wet?
Sam's alright in the wet. Yeah, it's only actually the third time in this car on wet tyres. Second time.
Oh yeah, third.
Third time.
He's not had too much experience in the wet.
Where are we going to go for it, are we, Scam?
time there's no more flips and crashes and broken bones and stuff like that.
Exactly. Safe journey.
Okay, we'll get out of the way and go back to the balcony. But good luck with this, as we said, the reformed third heat of the afternoon, round 8 here at Whilton Mill.
We're going.
He's very, very, very quick with this one. The culmination of round 8 of the Whilton Mill series. Piers Prior, number 69 for Crown Windows, Enzo Motorsport. His very last preparations, balaclava on, helmet about to go on, and we wish him all the very best as he had a head on track for the last time this weekend. So Team Cole returning to the paddock.
Bruised, tired.
First of all, well done, Sam. How did you get on in the final, first of all?
I think I did okay.
I have no idea again.
I have.
No, we think you did more than okay.
Pace with my engine, so I'm going to get that rebuilt.
Definitely lacking pace. Losing it on the straights. So we're going to get a bit of work done on the engine, and then fingers crossed to be back, battling, winning, karting, racing.
Yeah. Yeah, well done today, Sam, and well done yesterday as well. 2 whole days of it. I think somebody's going to sleep well tonight, that's for sure. So Enzo Motorsport, Crown Windows, just dismantling the what we're going to call the Enzo Motorsport village for this weekend. One little loose end to tie up. Piers, just bring us up to date with that final round 8, all over and done with. Not perhaps what you were looking for.
No, not ideal. Yeah, we obviously struggled in the heat, so we're not had the pace that we liked, and then we had a couple of incidents or things that haven't gone our way. Starting 10th at the final, so I thought, I can make a place up here if the car's back to full fitness, as it were. I was optimistic. Got quite a good start, made a few place ups to about 8th, 7th, something like that. And then an incident in front of me on the exit of a corner where one driver got mounted another. And I sort of collected, I know where to go, and ended up being collected and lost a few seconds. And then from there out, I was just trying to catch as much time back as I could. I managed to get an extra place in the last lap. I don't actually know where I finished yet. But I got a place in the last lap, which is quite satisfying, but still nowhere near where I want to finish, and the pace in the car wasn't quite where it has been and where we hope to be. So a bit disappointing, but still a good weekend nonetheless. I think we finished 8th or 7th around there. It's not horrendous, but it's not as high as we're aiming and we should be. So looking forward to next time out when hopefully we can rectify the situation.
Yeah, it's always there's always a next round, and so 1 month away from that. Any plans we need to know about in the interim before we see you again this time next month?
We're doing Kart Masters at PFI in 2 weeks' time, so that will be
PFI. That's a proper kart circuit there.
Yeah, it's a massive Formula 1 style kart circuit up in Lincolnshire. That'll be probably the biggest event in X30 of the year. It's the British Kart Grand Prix. It's going to be tough down there. We've never been there before, so we'll probably have to go testing at some point. But hopefully, if we go testing, we'll find some pace and be up with the big boys.
Well, the last time that you said to me, we haven't been there before, we've got no experience, this circuit, you came away with an SP plate, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for something similar.
That means we can get the GP plate.
We'll look forward to that. Well, Piers, thank you for that. Well done to the rest of the drivers and the team as well, and that'll be all from Whilton Mill this weekend.